Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I remove these polygel nails and the steps I take. Right here I am going to be clipping off the end. You can see me struggling a little bit because I'm still a beginner and it was a little bit too thick. I'm going to do this to the rest of the nails. As you can see, the middle finger actually broke off, and that's why we're doing this. I'm going ahead and taking my eye gel beauty drill with the Kiara Sky medium 5-in-1 drill bit, and I'm just going ahead and taking off the bulk of the product to remove all of it, and I will be doing this on all of the nails. I am being very gentle. I want to make sure that there are no heat spikes and that my sister's nails aren't on fire or suffering. So you'll see me lift up the drill bit a couple of times, and you'll also see me put my thumb over her finger. When I was in nail school, they really didn't show how to do removals or fills, so this is a learning process for me. I wanted to be able to show what a beginner looks like. Even though I am a licensed nail tech now, I am still a beginner. My sister's nails usually struggle with growing, and as you can see, she has a free edge here, and it's great. I was shocked. So was she. Now, polygel is fine in consistency, so that's why there's so much dust. If I had a dust collector, there wouldn't be as much showing up as you see here, but it's not necessary to get one at the moment, in my opinion. I'll just wait till I can. I have my drill set at 15,000 RPMs. And here you see that I found some lifting, and I'm just trying to go underneath, trying to make sure that that just comes right off. I'm also going in and reducing the length Now, right here, right before she actually got scared uh, because she heard the piece and saw it fly off a little bit. So I moved on to the next finger just so she can relax a little more. And you see me putting my thumb over the finger and taking breaks. I just want to make sure that I do not provoke any heat spikes and that her nail is okay. And there's also lifting here, and I just removed it. I decided to go back to the nail. I asked her how she was doing, and she said she was good just to go back. Now, because she did get scared last time, I'm going in with nail clippers and just cutting off that lifting. It also reduces down any drilling or e-filing, I should say. Now I want to make sure that I don't touch her natural nail at all. I'm only putting this drill bit where there is product. Now this nail was a little bit too thick, so I don't know what happened there. The footage stopped, but this nail was very thick for me to be able to clip off the length in the beginning. So right here, I'm trying to draw a line to be able to get rid of that excess. And now that it's gotten weaker, I go in and remove the excess. And I go in and grab my e-file again and just continue removing the product. Now she did have clear polygel. I used the Gelish brand, and that was actually really good. On top of that, I used gel polish just to do the designs and the colors that you saw before. Now what I'm doing here is reducing the length as I was before with the other nails. And I'm reducing some of the thickness that's underneath. I used forms to create these nails, so I'm not really worrying about any tips. I always try to be careful. Make sure that the drill bit is parallel to the nail. That way you don't dig into the natural nail. Sometimes I was stopping here because we were talking. That's the good part about being nail tech. And also, this is my sister, so we were just catching up. Now I'm going back to see if I left any product. The thumb was also thick. I used glitter polygel on top of the clear polygel, so it was a little bit thick. I think for next time when I use glitter polygel, I'll be able to just use it alone or use a thinner clear base. That way it won't be so thick. And I do have my drill on forward as I am right-handed, meaning I start from the right side and go toward the left. And as you see here, I tried to cut it off because I thought that I removed enough of the product and it was still too thick. Now I'm removing it completely because she wanted to get a complete new design and she also wanted to change the shape. So I just said, okay, we'll just start over. You know, I always see YouTubers, and when they're doing this, they don't have as much dust, so I gotta figure out what they're doing. If you guys have any tips, please let me know. Now, I'm only showing you one hand because I did repeat the exact same steps on the other hand, so I felt like it wasn't necessary to show both. The video probably would have been way longer if I did. Now, I've already removed all the product and I'm going in with my cuticle pusher and I'm just pushing back any cuticles that are on the nail. I'm doing this gently as possible. Now I am removing my medium coarse bit by Kiara Sky and I'm putting in a cuticle bit. It is currently on 5,000 RPMs. I like to keep the RPMs lower as this is the natural nail, and I'm only going around the area where the cuticle may be. Now she had a lot more cuticle in this area, so I am going over it a couple times. Now when you see me go around here, the drill bit is mainly on the skin. Just remove any dry skin, any hangnails that could be sticking up. didn't notice that I was out of frame, but I am doing the exact same thing as I did with the other nails previously. Now what I'm doing now is I'm putting the e-file on the reverse, and I'm just gonna go around the other way and continue removing any dead cuticles. I like this part. I think this helps me a lot with the prep, and I am still on 5,000 RPMs. It allows for some of that dead cuticle to lift up, and that way it is exposed, so that way I can just go around and trim that off. I'm lightly touching the nail because there is a danger to doing stuff around the cuticle, and you can cause rings of fire. Now, rings of fire, I have felt it before when I was practicing on myself. It is not fun. It feels like fire on your nail, and it also digs into it. So while it's growing out, you'll see lines, like little rings around your nail. Here you can see the thumb is in frame this time, and you can see all the dead skin that's coming off. Now I'm putting in the Kiara Sky Fine Sanding Band, and I'm also putting the e-file on forward again. This is just to get rid of any shine, and I'm just continuing to prep her nail as we're going to be doing her nails using a different medium. I used Polygel this time, but we want to go in and use a different Polygel just to see how it works. Now with the sanding band, I'm pushing back any of that cuticle that's standing up, and it is coming off. With the sanding band, the RPMs are still at 5,000. And here I just saw there was a little bit of product left over, and I just took that off. I'm just going lightly because this isn't really to do anything much with the nail. Just going around the cuticle and then lightly going over the surface of the nail to remove any of that shine and any oils that could be on the surface, and also any remaining base that is on there. I think you can see there. I like to go around the cuticle and then go diagonally across the nail to remove any of the shine. I went over it a little bit more over there just to remove any of the base left, but there was still a little bit left. I didn't want to do too much since I am using Polygel again. And now I'm just clipping her nails, making sure they are round. I do have shaky hands, so if you see me shaking there, it doesn't interfere with the work. Now I'm using the Tammy Taylor Peel and Stick nail file. This is the 180 grit, and I like to use this just to shape up the nail. On the other side is the 100 grit peel and stick, and I'm only going to be using that once I have the polygel on there. You don't want to use that type of grit on natural nails.